Newt Gingrich is definitely not a lobbyist. That's what we know because that's what he's been telling us. But here's the problem. It turns out that many companies have been paying $200,000 a year for his two different consulting groups, Center for Health Transformation and the Gingrich Group. When he was charging Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae $1.6 million, he said, no, they didn't pay Newt Gingrich. They paid the Gingrich Group.
And it wasn't for lobbying.
Oh, and it wasn't for lobbying. It was for his brilliant advice /
quote, strategic advice for a long period of time.
That's right. And he said they use them sometimes as a historian. Because that's often what happens, right? Mm-hmm. They're like, can we get a historian for $200,000 a year?
Right.
Oh, that's, we probably, are going to have trouble finding one at that rate.
Freddie Mac boardroom, they're like, what was the Boxer Rebellion? What was the Boxer? I don't know. We got a historian. Can you? Yeah.
Yeah, can we Google that? No. Let's pay Newt Gingrich $200,000.
Yeah.
Anyway, so of course, in reality, what's happening, and New York Times actually was able to find a part of Gingrich's website that they tried to hide, but they found it in an archived version of the site that explains all the things that Newt Gingrich actually does for clients. For example, he arranges meetings between the executives of the companies that he's representing and state and federal officials. That would appear to be lobbying.
Well, he arranges the meeting. He just arranges it. Facilitates like a secretary.
What can he do? CEO, meet congressman. Okay, have at it, Oz. Secondly, when he does presentations for lawmakers, he includes pitches for his clients. Yeah. So, for example, they did a big get-together in the state of Florida, right? And he's like, and you need to make sure that their health records are kept, and I'll tell you, Corporation XYZ does a great job of keeping health records.
Great digital record keeping there.
Yeah, I'm just being a historian. I'm just giving great advice.
The legal definition of lobbying is very narrow. Mm-hmm. Encompassing, it says here, only those who directly contact members of Congress or executive branch members in an attempt to influence them. So his point is that I did not have direct contract with members of Congress or executive branch in an attempt to influence them.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what he would do instead, and you be the judge, right? Mm-hmm. So after he would give his presentation where he would say, I'll tell you, if you cared about the state of Florida, Company XYZ and Company ABC, which are paying me $200,000 a year, would rock your world. In fact, now that I am done, here are representatives from all those companies to talk to you lawmakers.
But you talking, I'm leaving.
I'm out of here, man. I got to go grab lunch, but you guys have a great time.
It turns out I got to go make a speech.
Yeah. So, of course, he's lobbying. He's representative.
And it's incredibly dishonest. I mean, it really is. I mean, talk about a guy who ripped Bill Clinton for what the definition of is. I mean, this is walking the finest line you can, and it's a ridiculous line. That's lobbying.
That totally. Kelly McCutcheon is the Policy Foundation's president, right? And she says, can you prove that a company is paying someone to lobby a position? Or are they just supporting them because they like the educational work they're doing? I'll let others decide that. Yeah, I can decide that for educational work, that's what they're paying him for.
And that's what Gingrich says. He says he never voiced opinions that weren't his own. Right? So he's like, no, I'm just telling you to support Company XYZ because I think there's a great corporation. I'm not lobbying for them.
Yeah.
They're paying me, and I'm having you meet them. But I'm only saying that they're good because I personally like them. He says, if I didn't like the issue, I didn't deal with it. If I didn't agree with you, I didn't say it. That is irrelevant.
And
completely.
By the way, in a wild coincidence, he happened to think that every company that paid him $200,000 a year had brilliant ideas that he had agreed to ahead of time and couldn't wait to push on to your local or your federal legislators.